What's going on, guys? Hope everyone is absolutely fantastic. It's been a little bit of a morning actually. We were supposed to take old dirt bike out. We were supposed to go out to Austin, Texas. I was gonna head out around 9 a.m. And unfortunately, a friend called me. He was like, hey, I'm just really not feeling for it, pretty tired. So I just didn't really feel like going all the way to Austin by myself. Then I decided, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and go to Sam Houston National Forest. I've only ridden the dirt bike once, so I was like, yeah, I need more practice. It's a beautiful day. It's like 62 degrees out right now. It was like 40 this morning, so it was kind of chilly. But yeah, so I was gonna head out there, pull the truck out, get ready to put the dirt bike on the bed of the truck, and blows whole tons of smoke, which is probably pretty normal, the two-stroke. But then it dies, and I couldn't get it back on, to the point where I killed the battery. Yeah, like I said before, I don't know jack, about two-strokes. So here's what I found. It is probably the little pilot jetting, could be clogged, or potentially the spark plug. So I did one thing so far. I pulled the spark plug out, kind of cleaned it. Didn't really have any brake cleaner, but I kind of cleaned it as best I could with what I had, which was not much, but a brush. Pushed it back in, and it like almost fired up, but not quite. So let me show you what I got. I actually ended up getting a couple things. I went to go for a spark plug, and somehow I came out with the carbon cover for our two-stroke pipe. Got this neat little gas cap just to change it up a little bit. And then, of course, picked up some brake cleaner because I ran out, as well as a carb and choke parts cleaner. Main guy I wanted to get was the spark plugs. So I wanted to have one extra on hand at all times, just because you never know. I think the goal and the plan right now is, I think I'm just gonna replace the spark plug and see if she fires right up with no problem. So I'm hoping that happens. If it doesn't, then I know that the problem is the jetting. So some of you guys know, but I fly for a living. I'm a pilot. I fly in the corporate world, and sometimes I'm gone for a while. In this specific case, I was gone for about 4 weeks, training on a new aircraft. So one thing I did wrong. I probably let the fuel sit on the float of the carburetor for the whole month. So if the jetting is clogged up or whatever, it's probably because of that, the oil and all that good stuff. So something I learned is that little nut at the bottom, loosen it up, then let the fuel out if I know it's gonna sit for a while. But anyways, if I have to, it shouldn't be too hard. It looks like you can just tilt the carburetor, take that cap off, that little nut at the bottom that you can use to let the fuel go. And then from there, you should be able to essentially, with a very fine flathead from what I know, is pull that sucker out. But I don't want to get into all that. I really hope I don't have to. I'm going to go ahead and quickly replace that spark plug, fire it up, and see what happens. Supposedly they made it where it's super easy to work on betas. And two-strokes are supposedly super easy to work on. So our spark plug is right up top there. All I gotta do is loosen that up, which shouldn't be tight at all, push it out, and pretty much swap it out. All right, so we got our spark plug out. Here is the difference between our spark plugs. Now, that looks very shot, so I'm hoping in the difference here, that's what you want. I'm gonna take this little gasket off, swap it over to the new one, and basically screw it back on. By the way, if y'all haven't had any Frescas, they are bomb, especially with scotch. Nice and snug. Pop the sucker back on. Go. You guys heard that. And let's check our battery. Battery's fully charged. Let's give it a whirl. So that's a good sign. Fire that on. So now I think what I need to do is tighten her up a little bit. See what happens now. Alright guys, good news. She fired up, as you guys saw. Took her for a little rip, and yeah, I think we're good. I don't even know if you guys can see me. After tomorrow's ride, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pull out that spark plug and let's see what it looks like compared to the old one. And if it's burnt, nasty, destroyed, then I think that means that it's a little bit rich and something's going on. Maybe I need to adjust the valve, or potentially even just clean the jetting and all that good stuff. But fire's on now, so I wonder if it was just a spark plug that was fouled and nasty at the time. So I'm gonna bring in the other one with me just in case. I don't wanna get stuck out there or something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off swap this guy out. This neat little AS3 gas can. Nice. Looks cool. Here is in stock form of just a pipe, and of course here we have the Beta Racing by P3 carbon fiber guard. Should add a little bit of protection. It's also kind of ugly and very rusty, so I'm hoping that kind of cleans it up, makes everything look a little bit nicer. So let's get this on. All right, so I took the whole pipe out because that seemed to be the only way to really be able to properly get this guy on there. Well, guys, bolt's pretty much on now. Downside here is my favorite pants are now covered in grease, so you all know how that goes. I guess these are gonna be my new shop pants, because, you know, as soon as one thing goes south, that took me like a god-awful hour and a half to do. Here we've got the carbon piece over the bike. Hope that tomorrow we get to check this out, and hope that tomorrow we get to go out and ride the Beta and see how it does with this new spark plug. Thanks for checking out this little, somewhat of a vlog of my day. Like the video if you did. Subscribe for more motorcycle content, and we'll see you guys in the next one. See you.